Hi, my name is Megan Roberts and I'm here to speak with you about our recently published paper on the relationship between disruptive behavior and language ability in toddlers. So when a parent comes to a pediatrician's office, their two most frequently reported concerns are related to concerns in language ability. So a parent might be concerned that their child's not talking, or a parent might be concerned about their child's social emotional abilities and skills, so tantruming too often or getting frustrated too easily, having difficulty with transitions. And so given that these are two of the most frequently occurring concerns in toddlerhood, the purpose of this paper was to understand the relationship between disruptive behaviors and language abilities in toddlers, and to specifically to examine how early this relationship might happen. And so in a population-based study of just over 1,200 kids, we gave them the multi-dimensional assessment of preschool disruptive behaviors, the MAPDB, and we asked them a series of questions about their language ability to try to understand the relationship between disruptive behavior and language abilities in toddlers. And this sample was 18 to 36 month olds, so tiny people. And then what we found was, yes, there is a relationship. So toddlers who have better language skills do exhibit fewer disruptive behaviors. And also we discovered that sex and socioeconomic status moderates this relationship. So what that means is that the relationship between disruptive behaviors and language abilities is stronger for girls, and also stronger for children living in poverty. So that might mean that boys who typically have poor language skills don't really rely on language to self-regulate as much. And so when they have a language delay, it might not impact their disruptive behaviors as much as girls, for example. What's interesting about these findings is that it's one of the first large-scale studies to demonstrate that this relationship between disruptive behavior and language abilities happens in toddlerhood. And that has clinical significance when a parent comes to the pediatrician and says, hey, I have concerns in language delay. That might indicate that perhaps the pediatrician should also ask about whether or not their child is also experiencing disruptive behaviors. And likewise is also the case. So if a parent comes in and says they're worried about disruptive behavior, that they also should perhaps ask about language delays. So where is this work going? We understand that the relationship is present in toddlerhood, but we don't really understand why. Is it disruptive behavior leading to language delays? So kids that are tantruming and having a harder time regulate, are they getting less access to high quality language input and therefore experiencing a language delay? Or is it the reverse? Are children with language delays experiencing difficulty expressing their wants and needs and therefore exhibiting disruptive behavior? So we really don't understand the mechanism of this relationship, and in order to do that, we would need longitudinal studies or treatment efficacy work. And so the next phase of this research really should be understanding the mechanism over time, and also perhaps designing interventions that target both enhancing early language skills and reducing early disruptive behaviors. Thank you so much for listening to this video abstract.